I want to give a backstory for how we got here. So we could go decades back. We had a couple who was dating, and one day the young man told the young lady that no man would ever marry her, and perhaps she should join the convent. All right, so fast forward. That man did mature, and they went on to have 8 kids. So he wound up marrying her. That was, the joke was on him. But, so I'm the baby, and this story is just about how my brother's music, the influence of the music changed my life in ways I couldn't expect. Damien, he tried the guitar at first, in school, and that didn't catch, and so he went to the clarinet. I remember in grammar school, when the kids weren't calling him Four-Eyed Fool, he'd be entertaining them during recess, playing all of these Earth, Wind & Fire songs and Yellow Magic Orchestra, and he eventually became drum major. He was going to go to St. Aug like my brothers, but he couldn't dance, so he went to a rival school. So that's that half of the story. Okay, so on the other end, you have this other kid. His name is Kerry Lewis. This is Damien Gibson, for y'all who don't know. Okay, so Kerry Lewis, he started when he was, gosh, what was he, 3? When he took the jump rope and made that his mic, no, 1.5. He made that his microphone, and he had his little toy horse thing. He used that as a guitar, and he used to strum along and pretend that he was one of the Soul Train bands. So, and he did the whole music trajectory thing, and eventually he became drum major, and so did his brother of St. Aug. And he met up with my brother in college, and I would visit Damien in college sometimes, and I would see Kerry, and I know one time, see, Damien, he liked to get things for free, and he used to get courtesy haircuts from Kerry. And one of those times, Damien told me, look, Kerry said I gotta give you his number or else he won't cut my hair anymore. Obviously, we got together. So that was how music really kind of changed the trajectory. So we had 3 kids, and Kerry was the type, he didn't want to push them into music. But my brother, on the other hand, had other ideas. So he would always try to give them lessons. Even when the hurricane happened, we got dispersed. He went to Texas, because we were all in New Orleans. He went to Texas, and we went to Georgia. At the same time, the webcam was invented, so we were able to stream lessons, but what he needed me to do was learn the piano along with the kids so that I could do the hands-on stuff that he couldn't do when he was over there. So he dragged me into this music thing. So then we came back. He never did come back to New Orleans, but the kids and I came back to New Orleans after 3 years. And I decided, well, let's put this piano stuff into practice, and then we would play at retirement homes. So we did that for a while. And then my dad, he was getting sick, and we could tell the end was near for him. And my brother, before he left for Texas, he was a band director at one of the schools over here, and he really loved it. And when my dad got sick, I was saying, Damien, long distance, why don't you do a little band and have the whole family participate so that we could get together on Dad's behalf. He'll see his whole family getting together, and you get to do the band thing that you miss so dearly. So we had about 4 or 5 of my Gibson siblings, and we had just about all of the grandkids, and we would perform at retirement homes. This lasted for about 1.5 years, and then everybody kind of fell off except me, my brother, and my kids. We did that for about 5 years. We even played at church, the 4 of us. And eventually, some kind of way, we did a fundraiser for my friend's daughter. And during that fundraiser, I had my kids participate and my niece who could sing. But they really showed my brother that, oh wow, we could do something with this thing. So after that, that's when we started to, let's do something for the families and stuff. So went to one place, the Mason place, and we performed there. Then the pandemic happened. Then years went by and we performed somewhere else last year. So that's how we got started. But this is really Damien's idea. He's a classical musician, but he never forgot this music, his roots. And he loves, if he could have got real musicians instead of us, he would have done it. 'Cause and here, my mother-in-law, she had been wanting to play the bass since she was a little girl.
10 years old.
Yeah, 10. She would sneak off and play her cousin's bass. But at that time, they said women can't do that. You know, that wasn't a proper thing for ladies. So by chance, you know, her son was on the guitar first, but someone in the church band suckered him into switching instruments and got him to play the bass instead. And I guess that was her dream come true, because she thought, oh wow, now I'm gonna finally learn it. Well, he did teach her something, but then he got too busy. And she tried to get private teachers, that didn't work. So my son also plays the bass. What she'll always say is, it took 50 years for my son to get born, then it took another 20 years for him to grow up to finally teach her. Because he has patience. So for the first time, she's usually playing the electric bass, but for the first time, she's gonna try the upright bass. And that takes a lot of bravery. And I think what she wants y'all to know is that it's never too late to do things. Just try, don't be embarrassed. We should all be embarrassed up here, but we're trying to give y'all a show in spite of that. And just show y'all, life is short, you know. We just lost a sister, and for a while, we thought maybe we shouldn't do this, but it's been very therapeutic, giving us something to do, and we're enjoying the music, and it's bringing the family closer together. It's the joy that you want to bring to people, not the perfection. So without further ado, I guess we're going to get started, unless you wanted to say something.
No, it's good for young people to hang with old people sometimes. Keep them living longer, so now I got something to live for.